Hey everybody, and welcome to the first episode of The Beat 'em Up Guy, where we take a look at all the different beat 'em ups and see which one's the best. To start things off, we're going to be looking at Kung Fury Street Rage, but something doesn't quite feel right. I think I know what it is. Much better. Set to take place right after the amazing 2015 movie, Kung Fury Street Rage pits Kung Fury and his friends against the Nazis once again, as well as a rogue arcade machine who has trapped them. The game has you playing as multiple characters, collecting different chips from the arcade machine to defeat him and release yourselves. Movement is very odd in this game. Right off the bat, I tried to move left or right like a traditional beat 'em up, but I found that the screen kept on saying miss. It turns out the only way that you can move is by punching enemies, and you start to learn combos based off of how many hits a specific enemy needs. It's very similar to DDR, where you start to learn the rhythm of each enemy. However, whenever you're facing off against a boss, you can move freely left or right, which I really don't like. Once you set the rules of a game, you should stick within those boundaries. You can't break your own rules. That's games 101. It makes the boss fights feel a little lazy and unimaginative. Throughout the game, you get to play as the four main characters from the movie: Hackerman, Barbariana, Triceracop, and of course, Kung Fury himself. Each plays quite differently from each other. Barbariana hacks her enemies to pieces until you get a 4-hit combo, and then she unleashes a flurry of bullets from a chain gun. Triceracop moves almost as if he's on ice when he shoots, which can prove difficult if you're surrounded by multiple enemies. Hackerman is the oddest of them all, where you have to target the enemy until you get his hacker level up and he can start shooting his enemies. And finally, Kung Fury is the middle ground, where he's quick and versatile, but there's nothing fantastical about him. One thing that is fantastic about the game is its graphics. It goes for a retro design and sneaks it in everywhere. Such as when you get hit, the screen slows down and has a weird fuzzy effect similar to those of CRT televisions. And also, when you hit the pause screen, it's a blue screen of death. This is by far one of the best parts about the game. My biggest gripe is that there's only one background and can get quite drab and boring after a while. The retro graphics are fantastic, but one background? I really want more. The music is very monotonous. Although the electronic songs are great, they become extremely repetitive, and since your characters don't talk during battle, it's pretty much the only thing that you're listening to while playing. There was so much music that you could have added, but where was the Hoff? Where was True Survivor? I need some action if we're gonna make it like a true survivor. The game is very difficult. I've played my fair share of beat 'em ups, and this was one of the hardest. You have to go through hundreds of enemies with sometimes only the ability to get hit twice. Then, if you get killed, you have to start all the way back at the first wave, which can become very grueling and make you want to quit. Another thing, where was the local co-op? That's a staple of beat 'em ups. I mean, when you play Final Fight, you're like, yeah, we did it. Playing Golden Axe, yeah, we did it. You beat this? I did it? Overall, the game's decent. And you can't really go wrong with a $3 price tag, but the monotonous music and lack of multiple backgrounds leaves me wanting more. I would only suggest this game to those who are already well versed with beat 'em ups, and who are looking for something new in the genre. However, if you're new to beat 'em ups, I would suggest something else such as the newly released Double Dragon 4, as that'll only cost you $7, as it's a bit more easier and follows traditional controls. And before we go, I'd like to introduce you all to the Beat 'em Up wall. Here you'll see where this game ranks among other games. And since Kung Fury Street Rage is the first, it's at the top. But don't worry, it'll have some competitors soon. So there's my review for Kung Fury. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, be sure to punch the like button and subscribe. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.
It's time for the war and battle. That's right, war and battle, war and battle.